I just figured out how to rank on ChatGPT and Google AI. It has taken me 7 months and a lot of experimentation to get recommended by ChatGPT and other AI engines. And in this video, I'm going to give you all of that information in the next few minutes. You see, AI uses these 6 golden factors to rank your content. And if you get recommended by AI, your chances of conversion are 3 to 4 times higher than regular SEO traffic conversions. Let's start this masterclass and learn how to get your brand recommended by AI search engines. Let's learn how to rank on ChatGPT and Google AI. Do you know that traffic that comes from AI search engines converts 3x to 4x better than just regular SEO traffic? Now, why is that? That's because people have already researched through AI search engines and they're deep in the funnel. They're ready to buy. But in SEO, you just write a search, click on the blue link, and that's the start of your journey. So, an AI search traffic user is deep down in the funnel. So, he's much more valuable. AI search is not like regular SEO. In AI search, you care about citations, getting mentioned, direct answers to specific questions, the structure of the content, the sentiment that is floating around on the internet about your brand. Let's understand a little bit about how AI thinks. An AI brain or an AI engine is trained on billions of articles, Reddit threads, Wikipedia, review websites, editorial websites. And what AI considers as good are the brands which are consistently mentioned across the internet with a positive sentiment. Let's look at this example search. If I write best running shoes for beginners in 2026, let's see what AI returns. Let me show you live results. This is ChatGPT, best running shoes for beginners in 2026. The brand that gets mentioned is ASICS, number one and number two. Both of them are ASICS. Now let's look at Google AI search. Best running shoes for beginners. Again, ASICS. ASICS. Why does this brand show up? That's what we're going to figure out today as a case study and then apply all those principles to your brand. So, as I said, we're figuring out how ASICS ranks on all these AI engines. There are 6 factors that AI uses: editorial best of lists, Reddit and community consensus, authority of review platforms, social proof and sentiment, website content and structure, original research, and citable data. We're going to break these down step by step. So, chapter 1 is getting featured on editorial best of lists. So, you see, AI is trained on such articles. These are the running articles, running shoes articles that I said. This is a list where shoes are mentioned in listicles. Let me show you a live example of this. So let's go to this website, which is Run Testers, which is definitely a high authority website for runners and runners audience. So beginner shoes, if you see, the first one is ASICS. Another website, Runners World, big website. It will also have a list. Again, on the top is ASICS. So AI is trained on such articles, such listicles on high authority websites. That's what you need to understand. Why does AI like these lists or editorial articles? It gives the highest weight or the highest signal for product queries. If you want a product and that product is listed high on a listicle, that means value. If you get listed at number one, that's better than your SEO backlinks. And AI has been trained on these articles again and again. How can you use this for your brand? Let's figure that out. The first thing you need to do is go and find all the best of product lists in your market, in your business. And then find the ones which are more than a year old, outdated, and then pitch the author to add you or your product over there. Now, that works because you want to update that list for the author, so there's value for the author, and you got your product in. The other thing you could do is you could become a guest author on different websites and add listicles. So let's say the best CRM software for your business in 2026. If you can write a list and if your software is in that, that's great to have. The next is you can publish content on your own website. So best products for use cases And then AI is reading that too as well. AI is reading your site as well. So you should get started with the listicles in this way. Now, the next one is Reddit and community consensus. Reddit, as you know, is a big forum. A lot of people have been using it, and AI loves Reddit. So let's look at this Reddit thread, which is again about running shoes. So, best running shoes in 2026. This guy says, I've heard a lot of good reviews about Asics. Again, it's Asics. And I want you to know that AI thinks that consensus, agreement between multiple people, means the truth. It doesn't matter if the shoe is actually good, it matters what the internet says about the shoe and with a positive sentiment. So, Reddit is a big source of traffic or big source of training for these AI engines. Why does AI value? Look, Reddit has real comments, real people, real reviews. That's why AI trusts Reddit. And if 20 threads on Reddit or forums like Quora are saying the same thing, that this is the best shoe, then AI would recommend that. And you cannot really buy this. You can't get fake people to post because Reddit will ban you. So it's really earned. So that's why AI trusts this. Let's see how you can use this for your brand. The first thing you'll do is find the top three subreddits. Subreddits, you could say, are like categories where your persona asks for recommendations of products. So if you're like a software, sales software, or a CRM software, you find all the subreddits about CRM, sales processes, and more. And then you keep answering genuinely for 3 to 6 months. Do not start advertising yourself on day one. Build value. When your product is actually the right answer in a subreddit, then recommend it honestly with a clear reason why. And never ever plant fake comments. AI will figure it out and it will hurt you more than it will help you. So that was Reddit.
I hope you've been enjoying the video till now. I want to take a few seconds and give you even more value. I write a weekly newsletter which is read by thousands of marketers, growth heads, and founders. It is packed with growth strategies, AI tools and frameworks, and real strategies that have worked for real clients, hundreds of clients across 5 continents. If you want in, go to shivankitaroda.com, find the newsletter and subscribe. It's completely free. Now, back to your video.
Let's come into the third one, which is social reviews. Not just reviews, but the sentiment behind the reviews. You see, AIs are reading everything: Instagram, YouTube, even YouTube transcripts of the video. So let me show you again some of the reviews of the shoes that we were talking about. So this is YouTube. These are some guys reviewing the A6 shoe, and as you can see, they are giving a very detailed. Even if you see the background, there's got lots of shoes. The name of the channel is Believe in the Run. So it's a high value, high impact channel. And AI values this impact. AI values the authority of the people who are reviewing this. Another review is on Instagram. So if you see, this guy's put up a really good video of the shoe, and then he's written, the second you put them on, they feel super soft and cloud like. Again, positive sentiment. That's what matters. So, as I said, AI is reading everything from the captions to the comments to the transcripts. So, make sure that you enable your customers to leave positive reviews. Why does AI value social sentiment? It's pretty obvious. A lot of use case specific reviews will always be good for AI. Expert channels will be better than general lifestyle channels. And YouTube video transcripts are being read by AI. Now, how do you use this for your brand strategically? The first thing you want to do is find niche reviewers, small reviewers, maybe nano reviewers in your niche, and send them your products for free. It's like a barter system. And tell them to review them and also show different use cases of the product. The other thing that you want to do is you want to study these influencers, experts, and see how much authority they have, how much of an expert they are, rather than just a good looking influencer. So people want to go after experts and authority. So you should also go after these guys. And then you should at least aim for 20 to 30 videos or reviews first before you think about getting noticed by AI. So the name of the game is patience here. The next interesting chapter is about the authority of the review website. All reviews are not equal, guys. So if I look at a review on Amazon, if somebody's written a review with a photo of 5 star, best on the market, I have been using for years, etc., etc., that review on Amazon is a big deal. If it's on a small website, If it's on a new website that sells shoes, that's not a great deal for AI. AI really values the authority, as I said. So, how can you really use this? Everybody knows that you need reviews, but how can you use this? The first thing you want to do is you want to identify all the specialist review platforms. So let's say if you're like a agency, a digital agency, a website like Clutch would be very high value, which gives reviews of agencies. In this case, we're talking about shoes. So you find specialist review platforms, and then you build a sequence. Once somebody's bought a product, you build a post purchase email sequence or a way to follow up with them asking for reviews on these platforms separately. So I've run a digital agency for about 12 years now, and I've always asked for reviews on platforms like Clutch and other high authority platforms. That helps us rank better in AI and in SEO. And of course, what you can do is you can write to the editorial teams, and you can tell them to add your product in the editor's choice, and you can prove it to them why your product is great. And even if you reach out to 10 of them and one of them agrees, that's a good deal to have. So that's how you can structure these reviews in a real way. The next chapter is about website structure and content. AI is at the end of the day a bot. It's trying to understand your website. So the more structure and clarity you give it, the better it is. What does AI like? So it likes structured content, direct questions and answers, frequently asked questions, comparisons of A versus B, and step by step processes that AI can read. So, how can you use this? You should take all your headings on your top pages and rewrite them the way a customer would search. So, you can have them as long tail, you can make them more personal, and that's how you can make it more easy for AI to understand your website. You should add more FAQs, comparisons, all of that on your website so that when people ask specific questions to AI and AI has already read your structured website, it all works out. These are just some examples that you can use. So let's say for a headline, you can write what's the best tool for specific use case. So let's say what's the best CRM software for enterprise teams. That could be one. How to achieve results using methods. So how to lose 10 kgs of fat using keto diet. That's one example. Why is brand A better than brand B? So all of this can be used, and the response structure has to be you lead with a direct answer with no fluff, get right to the point that AI can understand. And then you can use bullet points, specific data, clear next steps, etc. The next thing that AI really cares about is original research and citable data, which means that if other websites cite you, not just a backlink, they cite you, they quote you for some research or data, then AI loves you. So let's understand this. I was taking the example of the running shoes. Let's say, as a running company, you survey hundreds of your customers to figure out how their performance works, how their injuries are, what kind of things they prefer while running, what boosts their performance, etc. etc. And then you put up this original research, which other sports websites and health websites start citing. They start linking to it and referring to that. AI loves that, guys. AI loves the fact that you have original research which is trusted by other websites. So that really builds credibility and that helps AI with its training. So one citable post can generate mentions across hundreds of AI responses, and that's what AI loves. How to use this for your brand? What you can do is you can always take a bunch of customers and survey them thoroughly and publish that as a report. You can pitch that research to multiple journalists or editors in your field. And then what you can do is you can turn that research into an interesting infographic or a video and then put it on social. That will likely get shared a lot and eventually it will get cited. So let's summarize the 6 ranking factors that AI uses. The first is the best of lists or the listicles. Second is Reddit and community consensus. The third is authority of the review platforms where you're getting that review. The fourth is the social proof and the sentiment behind it. Next is website content and structure. And finally, it's the original research that gets cited. I've been using this for a long time, and my content has started to show up on ChatGPT, Google AI, and other search engines. Give it a try and let me know how it goes for you.
So this is how you can rank your brand on ChatGPT and Google AI. Now, if you like this video, I make such growth marketing content every week and share it in a newsletter. That newsletter is read by thousands of marketers founders, and growth heads. If you're leveling up to be the top 1% marketers, go to shivankitarora.com, find the newsletter, sign up for it, and I'll see you on the inside.